How's everyone doing today? You said good. All right, let's take a little bit of a roll call. Let's see. I'll do it over here. Yeah, I just poked my head into the mastering chemistry, and there still are a couple of you guys that haven't done any of the work in there. So I would suggest doing that as long. I mean, I'm not penalizing you right now for late work because we had a crazy start to the semester. But I do suggest you guys getting caught up on that so that we aren't, you know, behind. So I think I assigned all of the first four modules to be completed by the end of this month. So I mean, you still have some time, but don't let it wait to the end, right? How is the mastering chemistry going? Are the quizzes are better? I had a little bit of feedback. So yeah, for anyone that did the one from the other version, like the one before I fixed them, I know Mariah, I'm gonna pick on you. You said that they're better. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Daniel, you too? Because I know you did some in the old version and then they're redone. So you like this newer one better? I was thinking Daniel Birdie, but Danielle, if you want to, either of you two or not. Yeah. Okay. All right. No worries. So, Mariah said, I went in there and I mean, I still have them be in the difficulty of the two and three, some fours, just to really challenge you on a scale of 1 to 5. But I do let them do hints, and then I did let you do multiple attempts. So I think you have 3 attempts before your final grade is situated in there, just because I want to make it a learning experience, not a penalizing experience. So. Yeah. Okay, cool. Are there any housekeeping things I need to take care of? Any questions about anything? Hmm. Yep. So, yep, last week, I said that I was giving everyone full credit for the first, what, 3 weeks of everything, or 4 weeks. So no, they don't transfer over, but I just manually typed in grades. And so I would encourage it. Yeah. So I'm not going to penalize you for not. And like I said, I've already entered grades into the grade book for everyone getting full credit, but since I did make them a lot easier, it should take less than a half an hour. I think one of the quizzes ran up to like 45 minutes suggested time. And so, but I would suggest doing them just for extra practice, and it would be great for getting ready for the midterm and stuff too, if that's all right. But you do already do have credit for it. So it is, I guess, up to you. So I have two home pages. One is for Canvas, and then one is for the chemistry thingy. And normally they would communicate, but they're not communicating. So I'm manually taking your grades from the Mastering Chemistry and putting them into the Canvas. And so that's why I manually put everyone's grade in as full credit up through last week because of all the issues that we were having. And yeah, so it is a manual turnover. So, like I said, a lot of times, usually the labs are already set up to communicate, but we are already so far behind getting access to it. I wasn't gonna monkey around and have you guys held off for another week, so I'm just gonna manually turn them over. But if you have any problems or questions about your grade, let me know. And then also, I did make it so that you get multiple attempts. So I think that that should help everyone out. And like I said, I want to make this a learning thing, not a, oh crap, I'm failing the class thing. So the only kind of double edge to that sword is, since you do get multiple attempts to it, your midterm you don't, so don't get a false sense of security, right? So I would suggest, giving it your all and not just, and I don't think any of you guys are half-assing it, right? But just give it your all and really try to learn from it, not just click until you get the right answer because your midterms are only one attempt. Um, and then since I do have the book, I'm so excited. I was going through and they do have, a lot of questions in there modeled throughout and, the extra quizzes at the end of the Amara, your dog's attacking you. At the end of the quiz. So, I mean, I think that you guys will be sitting pretty. And I get to write the midterm and final. As well, so I get to pick which questions, and so I'm gonna play around with that a little bit, and if I can, I'll make it a nice mixture between questions you had on the quizzes and a couple maybe new ones so that you can't just memorize. But, like I said from the very beginning, biochem is tough, and you guys all know that. I mean, here we're going into week 5, right? So you guys know that it's going to be some blood, sweat, and tears. That being said, it's a lot of calculations, and I don't think that you should, um, get super penalized if you get one calculation wrong type thing. So I'm like one for if you try, let's, give you credit for trying. So I'm going to try to make sure that your midterms and finals are going to be fair in that way. Oh, mastering chemistry. Yeah. Um, yeah, they're through the mastering chemistry. So we'll just get familiar with that whole platform. And like I said, I mean, I poked my head in there and you guys are doing well. So just make sure that you don't leave them all till right before the midterm because that would just be complete overwhelm, right? And I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed. All right. I'm missing 2 people. We'll see if they happen. All right. So, are there any other questions or housekeepings that we need to take care of before we start going through the questions? How did these chapters go for you? 8 and 9? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, how can I help fix that? I mean, do you want me to slow down the video? Because I do track on YouTube and I'm only getting 1 or 2 views on my videos, so I know that you all are not watching them, which I mean that's your prerogative, that's fine. But those of you that are, how can I make them better for you? I mean, because with the worked out problems and stuff, do you want me to draw on them and show you the numbers kind of like we do today, or like what can I do to make this better for you guys? Or is it just that biochem's hard? Okay. Okay. And say that again, Mariah. You're really quiet. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll start drawing on the screens then and kind of color code. Yeah. Um, there are also other slides that are in each of the modules that are worked problems, and it walks you through more problems. Have you guys seen those and looked at those too? Hmm. In each of the modules, there's the actual PowerPoints that you guys told me weren't there, but then when I was going through there, I also put in worked problem examples. And so it'll walk you through. So there's two sets of PowerPoints for each module. One is the actual slides, and the other one says worked problems. And that one walks through each of the different steps too. So, all right. Yeah, no, that's fine. So every time for every class, look at each of the modules. And I'm picking on Mariah because she was in my other class, and so oh yeah, you are. You guys are all-star violin students. Like I said, it's just a very hard it's a very hard course, and like I said, I do these too, right? And so you can see that there's lots of scratches. Like Janet, you did the wrong conversion factor first, and so believe me, like it's not like this is uh, like kindergarten for me either. So, but we'll get through this. It's fun, and after you figure it out, you're like, yay, I got it. It's awesome. So that's good. But all right, so when I'm doing the slides, I will slow down and try to write on them a little bit more to show you where the different numbers come from. But do look for those worked problems. Like for example, let's see, these are the ones that are up for this chapter. Hmm. 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 Yeah, no worries. Yeah, and you guys can't see my screen, so I'm showing you all these problems, and you're like, "Great, Janet, but what?" All right, hold on a second. Your entire screen. Yes, please. All right. So, um, these are what I was talking about. Can you guys see my screen? I can't see your heads or chat anymore, so you have to say yes, please. Okay, awesome. Sorry. So this is like the worked examples, and so it will go through and show you like the questions, and then the step one, how to actually do it, etc. So these might help you guys a little bit more too. But these are in each of the modules. So, I mean, even if you want to print these off and work through the questions, before, tackling your quizzes, it shows you all of the different things. So I think that this is kind of what you're looking for more step by step. And if you want, I can make a video of these. Um, so, uh, do you guys want a video of me doing the worked problems or no? I mean, I don't want to baby you guys too much. I mean, and like have you guys think that I'm babying you guys too much. But if it will help you, I will do it. So you tell me what you want. Do you want me to make a video going through those work problems, or do you want to do it on your own? Mm-hmm. All right, don't ever feel like you're asking me to do more work either. This is, I took on this job because it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. I'm getting gray hairs from it, but that's okay. No, but I take, even though I'm not full-time at Baker, I take my job seriously. So don't ever think that you're asking me to do more work. If it's something that will help you, I will do it. I will make it work to make you guys more comfortable and learn better. So let's see how today goes. And then if you guys want me to make more videos of going through those questions, it's totally not a problem. Okay. But one of my biggest downfalls is that I care too much. So yeah, I will make things happen. So all right. So you guys want to get started on the questions then? All right. Okay, so let's start with this guy. All right. So which of the following properties of gases can be explained by kinetic molecular theory? And obviously use your book for now too, if you need to. And then, like I said, I can't see chat anymore either. You said what? All right, good. Yeah, so it is all of the above. Um, because if you remember, um, the kinetic molecular theory is that they're going to move rapidly in straight lines. There's no attractive forces. They're very far apart. They have very small volume. They have kinetic energies that increase with an increase in temperature. So I kind of think of these guys like kind of fruit flies or fleas or gnats, where they're just buzzing around and banging into things. And so, there's a funny story. So, as you increase temperature to an extent, they'll buzz around faster. If you decrease temperature, they'll buzz around slower. So, yeah, good job. All right. So for this one, a sample of butane gas, and it tells you the formula right there, is having a pressure. Where's my drawing? Yep, it actually is A. So, um, but this is what I love about this class because just let's try. And there's no right or wrong answer. We just are working together. So 1 ATM is 760 milligrams of mercury, right? So then when we take 760 over 1 ATM, and you times that by the 0.65, over X, then X is going to end up being 494. This metal's interfering. I got upgraded to a half of a splint, but I'm going to take it off because it's interfering with something. Um, I think just atmospheric and millimeters of mercury. Um, yeah. And if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry, but I don't think so. All right, what about this guy? So we're going to use this formula, P1 V1 equals P2 V2, and that's Boyle's law. So what's really helpful for these guys, and if you want me to give you more time to work through these, let me know. So then when we rearrange the formula, we end up getting B2 equals P1 V1 over P2. Then you plug in those numbers. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So just kind of think of, oh, cyclohexane, right? And so anything, if I have my coffee here, right, and it's a closed system and I smush it to half the volume, then the pressure inside is going to be twice as high, right? So just kind of try to visualize things. And I think, like, for me, that I'm a very visual person, and so that helped me get through things like this, like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense because, if I'm taking something and I'm compressing it, but I'm not letting anything escape, well, of course, the pressure is going to be higher, where if I'm expanding it and I'm not letting anything in, it's going to be lower. Okay. So this is where I know I got lost, and like you were telling me the conversion factors. This is a big one. So for this one, temperature has to be in kelvins. Okay, so we take the degrees Celsius and we add 273, and that gives us how many kelvins we have. Yeah. hmm hmm And like I said, the biggest thing is, I mean, they're giving you some extra information to throw you off, right? Yeah. So, yeah. uh, like I said, I'm getting gray hair too, so don't worry about it. Because I was like, what? But it's funny because I teach biochemistry for my full-time job, but it's focused in on a couple different areas, and so it's funny because I keep telling my students at WGU like, okay, don't get thrown off by the extra fluff information, and then you can see my scribble scratches. Obviously, it got me off. Okay, but anyway, the 2.3 is there, and then the biggest thing is that we have to remember to make the temperatures into kelvins. So if you're getting wrong answers and you don't know why, like if we took 28 divided by 30, stuff like that, try to do it in kelvins because then you'll probably be like, oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Now this is combining them all. If I'm making this too messy by drawing, let me know and I'll stop. I love this little tablet. I'm really glad I bought it. You get the right answer? Then yes, there's more way to skin a cat. So basically, what you end up having to do, that sounded bitchy, and I didn't mean it to come out that way. It was supposed to be a joke. But what you just have to do is, rearrange it to figure out the V2. And so, as long as you end up solving for V2, if you do it in a couple different steps, instead of rearranging everything so V2 is by itself, then, I think that that's fine. How did you set it up? Yeah. Um, yeah, you just did it in a different order, but that's fine. Um, yeah, and I don't have an answer for you right now, but I'll definitely think about it. That's gonna take me chewing on a couple thoughts to figure that one out, but I will get back to you on that. So you want V1 over V2? Yeah, okay. I know I think it's just because of like how you take like with the original formula being here, how you take all those times it by two and arrange it, but I'll think about it and do it and send a video out, okay? So I have that written right there and I will put it on here. So it's just a matter of how you balanced your equation, is what it boils down to, but I'll do an example for you, okay? I'll do that. All right, cool. Is everyone else good on this question? I'm not hearing any no's, so we shall move on. All right. Okay. This one's just a fact. There's no calculations. Yeah, so it's opposite of what you would think, right? And if you put your hand on your lungs, when you inhale, they get out, but it's like because your diaphragm's pushing up, right? So when you're exhaling, your volume of your lungs is decreasing and the diaphragm's going down. So it's kind of cool. Good job. All right, back to calculations. This one's using Charles' law. Don't forget we have to be in kelvins. How you guys doing? Cool. Yeah, so this one, the big one was make sure that you convert it to kelvins and then go back to kelvins. Okay. How's everyone else doing? He said I can't see your faces, so I can't see if we're completely lost or if we're following along. Anyone? You guys all look so thrilled. Oh, you guys. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for like this one, I think of a balloon. Okay. And so if we have a balloon and we put it in the freezer, what's going to happen? It shrinks and the balloon's tied, and so it has a fixed amount. So then that means that the volume's going to decrease because the temperature decreased. Same thing if I put a balloon in a warmer temperature, it expands. So just that's how I, again, like being a visual person, that's how I personally visualize it. Like, okay, this one's about gases. Let's think of what's a trapped gas balloon, right? If I put this balloon in the freezer, it's gonna shrink, where if I put it in a warmer environment, it'll expand. And so then that might help you conceptualize, since we're changing to a larger liter, then that would mean that inherently the temperature would increase. So that's how I have to trick my brain into it. A tick. This is Gay Lussac's law. Did you guys feel like did you guys appreciate my joke? I know that not all you guys watched it, but I said you guys were gonna feel like lawyers from all these different laws. I thought it was funny. Yes. Good job. I know. I love it when I get one right. I was like, yeah. No, obviously I got them right, but when I make jokes, you guys are probably like, "Oh my God, she doesn't know what she's doing," but do know that I'm joking, of course. I know what I'm doing, but I forget you guys can't see my face and you don't know my humor. Okay. So again, the big thing to remember here is temperatures in Kelvin. Once we convert those temperatures to the Kelvin, then we can just plug in the forms of a formula, solve for P2, right? So then that gives you these numbers, P2, and then with sig figs, it ends up being 11.7 ATM. All right, everyone good on this? Let me do a face check. Couple half nods, couple of what is going on. She's speaking in gibberish. Yeah, couple laughs. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'll take laughs. Laughs are good. As long as you're not laughing at me, you're laughing with me. So this is another one to with the fractions that I need to figure out a different way to explain it. Let me know how you guys are doing. Yeah. So, with these, and I know that one of our biggest things was, sig figs, and so hopefully with how the answers are set up, pick the one that's closest to it. So even if you get like -32, that's close enough to -34. Hopefully they're not going to split hairs with the answers. So, did everyone else, were you able to work through that? Am I solving them too fast for you guys, or you like to kind of follow along? Yeah. Okay. I just don't want to, if you guys are trying to do them without me helping, I just don't want to go too fast. So, cool. Alrighty. Good job, you guys. All right, moving on to chapter 9. Oh, that was all for chapter 8. Yay. Okay, so this stuff, I mean, the more you can see it with your eyes, I think the easier. So I found chapter 9 a little, okay, at the beginning of chapter 9, a little bit more easy. All right, so what did you guys think about this one? Okay, I'll put that in there. If you guys can read my chicken scratch. It was really funny when I was in middle school, I think it was. One of my teachers told me that I should be a doctor because she couldn't read my handwriting. So I just snorted. Oh my God, how embarrassing. So anyway, I think it's funny that that's what I ended up becoming. So you said particles being dissolved. We'll just put particles. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. It is C, because the solute is what's being dissolved, and then it's going to be what it is dissolved into. So the water is a solvent. All right, molarity. So for this one, we had to take what we were given and then figure out what the molar mass of that compound would be. So that's when we take the masses from the periodic table and add them, and you get the molar mass for sodium chloride. And so then you're saying that you have 65 grams, and then over the molar mass, that means that you're going to have 1.11 moles of sodium chloride. And then you take that times the 5.8 liters that they were asking for, and that ends up giving you this 0.19 molar solution. Okay. These are so quiet. You ready for the next question? So this is just a fraction of percentages. So you're given 7% over 25 milliliters, 4% over X. So when you equalize it out, you end up getting the ratio between 7 and 4.5 is 1.55, times that by the 25 milliliters that they're asking you for, and then that ends up giving you 38.8 milliliters. Okay. All right. That ends up giving you D. We're at the top of the hour too, so if you guys need to take off, then go for it. I'll just cruise through the rest of these quick. Unless, do you guys have any questions about this one? Okay. These ones are a lot more straightforward, I thought, didn't you? Alright. Do you guys follow along with that one? I feel horrible because I'm like just cruising through these, but I want to make sure to. I guess we can stop here. Do you guys want me to finish going through problems, or do you want me to stop here? Anyone? Someone? Okay. Because this is being recorded too, so if you guys want, you can come back and watch them too. All right. Did I just did this one? I didn't. So I find the hardest part about this is going back and forth from really complex to, oh, it's that simple. So yeah, that's what I struggled with this with these problems. So pretty simple setup for that one. All right, last question. All right. Did you guys get A? Did you try? Cool, cool, cool. All right, so let me stop sharing this and then I will go back to you guys. All right, cool. All right, so are there any questions about that? No more housekeeping? All right, cool. Well, I will work. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, this is taped and I'll upload it to YouTube if you want to come back and just watch the problems, that's fine. And then like I said, those slides are on, the course. Let me show you. Maybe. Yeah, if you go to each of the modules, so this is module 5. You can see here that they're worked examples PowerPoint over after the actual PowerPoint there too. And so if you look on those, then when you click on it, it opens and you guys can't see my screen anymore, can you? Sometimes I'm just so flippin' brilliant, you guys. All right, let me get back to you guys. All right, so what I did was I went to the chapter. Right. So I just went to the modules and then I scrolled down to each of the different modules have these, but since we're on module 5, we're here. And then here's the PowerPoint that says worked examples. And then when you click that, that opens up this PowerPoint, and then you can see that it walks you through problems and all the steps. Okay, and these are in each of the different modules. So this would be fantastic to work through. Okay. Um, I will look and see. Um, I think they're in your book, actually. Okay. Um, I think, yeah, I think the answers are probably here in the back of the book. If not, I will look for, yeah, email me and I'll go and check in on that too. So, okay. All right. Cool. All right. All right, guys. Is there anything else that I can help with before I go? Okay. All right. Well, I will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Okay? You're welcome. Have a great day, okay?